how do you scale your business and scale your sales? Like really ramp them up. I've had some experience with that, but I've also worked with Noelle Randall, who's really had some great experience with that. So for this episode, we've partnered together and we're going to show you how we've done it. So this is a conversation that I've been really excited to have because as I've worked with you for these last 2.5 years, I've seen you really scale your business,
yes.
Really ramp up the sales. So I wanted to kind of talk to you and for our viewers here, just to kind of explain how you were able to do this.
Yes.
Because prior to us working together, you had built a 7-figure business,
Mm-hmm.
and we've talked about this before, but in summary, you used Facebook ads,
Mm-hmm.
and you generated leads that way that led to nurturing them a little bit through email and ultimately getting on a phone call strategy session with them,
Mm-hmm.
and you were selling like a $5,000 package or a $10,000 package.
Yes.
To really help them accomplish their goals. And so you had built this business, it was successful. Then we started talking about YouTube and the potential there for a couple of reasons. One is because you realized, okay, yeah, I've got all this expertise in real estate, but now I'm going to start teaching other people how to do it.
Yeah.
So YouTube was a great way of teaching and getting that information out there.
Right.
And then the second aspect of it is that's now a lead generator that can do way better than what you were doing on Facebook. So now the questions that I have are the scaling side of it, because it was within 7 months in.
Yeah.
I mean, things had completely transformed in your business. You had a 2.5-month waiting list.
Yes.
So let's talk about those 7 or so months. Like, what did that look like to kind of scale and be able to handle, or what were you navigating mentally?
Okay, so let's kind of go back. So I come to you and I have a YouTube channel. I'm by myself. I'm recording the videos kind of on my own. Don't have very many subscribers. I think, like I said, when I came to you, I had 5,000 subscribers. I'm getting no leads from YouTube. That's not really what I thought YouTube was for. I thought it was really just kind of to promote yourself and to teach some things. So now I come to you and I'm saying, all right, I'm going to get leads from this. And you teach me about these call to actions and then getting leads in. And I think where I was most surprised with how many leads I would get, even with a small channel, even with a low amount of views. So I'm putting out videos, and again, they're not getting very many views. I would get a video with 50 or 100 views and still end up with 5 leads. You know what I mean? So it was really incredible how many leads I could get from every single video. And so that in itself caused me to scale. So I'm making 20 videos at a time, and we're releasing one video a day, 5 days a week. So I record 20 videos, that's 5 days a week. Every 4 weeks, we make new videos. Okay, simple, I get it. Every single video has a call to action. Hey, call me up, get my free download, whatever. I'm getting your email now. So now I'm getting all of these emails from all of these videos. And every day leads are coming in. And every day we have new videos coming out. And so all of a sudden it really started to snowball, because in the beginning, I was the one making the strategy session. So now, they do this call to action, they get my freebie, I get their email. Now they're going to get offered a call with me. They're taking me up on the calls and they're filling up my calendar. I'm growing like crazy. So I had to literally turn off what I was doing before I met you. So if I'm doing Facebook ads before I met you, I no longer need Facebook ads because I've replaced all of those leads with just this YouTube channel. And so that in itself caused the business to scale and grow. If you start getting more leads into your business is going to grow. And so it was more so about, at one point I had to catch up. It grew faster than I even expected because I did not realize the magnitude that every single video would get me leads.
Now, when we recently filmed a course where we did a deep dive
Yes.
into this strategy,
Yeah.
I was really impressed by the fact that you said that I actually had more time for the strategy sessions because I didn't have to focus on the marketing.
Right.
We kind of had that taken care of with the YouTube channel.
Right.
And I thought that's pretty profound because it's the strategy sessions are where the sales happen.
Correct.
That's where we make the revenue, or that's where the rubber meets the road.
Correct.
So if we can take care of a lot of these other things that are occupying your time and your mental space, and now you're spending all of your time in the strategy sessions, it makes sense.
It does.
That's where you started getting more and more customers.
Correct. Because before I was spending most of my time on the ads, tweaking the ads, thinking of new ads, making video for ads. Ads work. Marketing is a big part of the business. So now once I have the YouTube channel and I have all these videos, the marketing is taken care of. So now I'm here and I have all this time. I can take more strategy sessions. I can make different products. I can make more courses. I can now write books. I literally was even able to take the YouTube channel and create books just by transcribing some of my videos. So it just really grows and grows with how you can scale the business from this one YouTube channel.
So I have a fond memory of a conversation we had about 7 months in.
Yes.
2.5 month waiting list for
Yes.
these strategy sessions. So
Yes.
your calendar's just booked.
Booked.
And then just a few days later, the channel exploded with our first real spike.
Correct.
Like we had great growth, but then
Right.
a spike.
A literal spike, like, woo!
And so what went through your mind at that point in terms of like, how am I going to keep up with this?
Holy cow. You know what I mean? It's funny because it's the best problem an entrepreneur could possibly have. Like, oh my gosh, I have all this business. But at the same time, of course, I was overwhelmed. I had literally just told you we have a 2.5 month waiting list. Like, people are going in and booking a strategy session. If we're in July, they're not getting a call till September, and they're okay with that. And you know what I mean? And so then I get all of these leads, and now they're I had to, my calendar couldn't even take it. Couldn't even take it. We literally had to start opening up more dates, hiring people. I couldn't even hire fast enough for how many leads we were getting from the YouTube channel.
Something else that I've learned from you is regarding your coaches.
Yes.
And how are you like talk to me about this, because this is amazing. You had students
Yes.
that took your program, went through and learned and implemented, and then they became coaches and they
Yes.
started doing these strategy sessions.
Yes.
How did that's amazing.
So it's so funny. Of course, I tried what you said with a salesperson or a rock star salesperson. I think every entrepreneur has thought that, like, I need a really good sales guy and they will get me, these great conversions. But the problem was I give so much information on my YouTube that they are expecting to be able to talk to someone that really knows something. Mm-hmm. And so it became really clear that it had to be someone that was similar to me. Obviously, I'm not going to make a clone of me. I can't clone me. But my students, I could easily start turning them into coaches, and then those were the people that were recruiting and saying, okay, you can be a student, because they knew what it took to go through the program. They knew what mentorship was like. They knew what it was like to work for me and work with me. So it really became this perfect pipeline for how we got coaches. These people are credible. They actually did it. They're talking to someone that can answer their question. They're not just talking to a sales guy that's trying to get them, hey, give me $10,000 for Noelle Randall coaching. They're actually talking to someone that has real estate, that has business credit, that has a business. And again, we played with this, but this is how we got to the place where we are today, where we're like, okay, this is the $10, $20 million coaching program and how you really do it and bring value.
So the picture that I'm seeing is for the first year and a half of this campaign, you really put in the time.
Yes.
You put in this effort, and I like the word focus that we've talked about in the course that we filmed. So you're able to focus, and as we keep scaling, in the beginning your schedule got more and more full.
Yeah.
But now you're at a point, how many strategy sessions do you do today?
Oh my gosh, we probably do 500, 600 a month.
And
you know what I mean? None.
Yeah.
I do zero. Of course, I do zero strategy sessions. I don't do any strategy sessions, and that is how you scale and grow the business.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was going. It's like, how do you scale your business? Well, if you get more leads, you'll get more strategy sessions. But there's a limit.
There's a limit to your time, right?
But if you can then replicate that, like you've described with turning your students into coaches, that there's no limit to how much you can scale.
Correct.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So we are continuing to build more and more videos for your channel. And
Yes.
you mentioned your goal, January, February, 1 million subscribers.
Yes.
That's what we're aiming for on the Noelle Randall.
So subscribe to this channel.
Absolutely. So that's going to keep this growing, and it's not going to take away from your life, your lifestyle, your time.
Yeah. And what I love about it too, of course I have more time, I'm also able to now create a platform for others. Now we get to bring successful students onto my YouTube channel, and it just grows and grows. It's amazing.
Yeah, I just on that note, I never looked at it this way, but I've been hiring people in the Philippines for 12 and a half years, and I've got a lot of great videographers that I work with. And I did, like 9 years after hiring people in the Philippines was the first time I went over there and I met my team. At the time, it was a team of 10.
Wow.
And we met at this fancy buffet restaurant. I remember we had this private room reserved, and they started one by one coming in, and I met them. And I remember 5 was on this side, 5 on this side, and they were looking at me with all this admiration and appreciation, just like, and it like hit me like, I provide the livelihoods for these 10 families.
Yes.
And so the impact and influence, like on one hand, I look at growing and scaling my business as like, it's a fun goal. Yeah, I'm going to make more money and more income, but like, the impact, the influence, I love it. That's the real fulfillment.
Yeah.
That's where the emotion and what really drives me. Once I felt that, I'm approaching 30 people I have in the Philippines right now, and I would love to have 100.
Yes.
100 people in the Philippines. And in there, I'm not even thinking about revenue numbers or stuff like that. I'm thinking about, these are people that show so much appreciation to me for the employment and the experience they get to have of working from home and having a better lifestyle.
Yeah.
So anyway, just
it's just
tangent.
win-win.
Scaling
it really is win-win. It's bringing value to so many people. You're giving great information, so your audience is getting a great value. You have a great company, so your employees, your contractors have a great getting value from you. So it really does fill you up, and it really is more of a passion project than people realize. Growing your business really does benefit so many people, not just you.
So I love entrepreneurship. I think that it's noble, and scaling it and growing it. We learn a lot along the way. We grow, and we get to serve. So this is the best way to do it.
Yes, it is.
If you found value in this episode, I've got a surprise for you, because Noelle and I just filmed an entire course. So we talk about where she started with Facebook ads and how we transitioned that to YouTube leads. And we explain how YouTube was so much more valuable, how she was able to get those onto her email list and nurture those. That led to her strategy session, what those strategy sessions look like, and how she converted those leads into customers. We even talk about the price points of her services and how she's able to scale her business. So this course is called YouTube Sales Mastery, and if you go to YouTubeSalesMastery.com and you use the code YouTube, that'll actually give you half price on this course, YouTubeSalesMastery.com. We'll see you there.